it means to coach with my twin brother. Can we go to another question? No. Man, coaching with my twin brother, it's, it's like being in the womb again. It's a loving bond, but it's also a little tenacious at times, contentious at times, a little contentious at times, because he has philosophies, I have philosophies. I think when we were younger, I had a defensive mindset, he had an offensive mindset, but for whatever reason, our mentor, our coach that allowed us at our first coaching job, Coach Tom Montgomery, put Alfred on the defensive side of the ball, and he's been pigeonholed over there ever since. And I ended up on the offensive side of the ball, where he really wants to be. So sometimes we battle over play calling, and I tell him I'm not trying to bother the defense, leave the offense alone. But he has an excellent mind, man, when it comes to football. It's fun, it's competitive. When I went on sabbatical for a few years to pursue educational goals, man, it was like I lost my right arm, not being able to pick up the phone and talk football with him as regular as we did. But it's good to be back together again and doing this thing that we love with young people. The junior high battles between my brother and I when he was the head coach of Stivers, the Stiver Tigers, and I was the head coach for the Rolfe Falcons when Dayton Public Schools had a junior high system. And this was somewhere in the mid to late 80s. And my brother, the Stiver Tigers, had one of the greatest junior high teams of all times. Of all times. There hasn't never been a team like that since. And it was my first year at Rolfe, and they had to come to us, and we developed a trophy, and it was called the Powell Bowl Trophy. And we played them, and the score was 6-6. It ended in a 6-6 tie. And I felt like we won. We defeated the greatest team of all times, Stiver Tigers. And I've embraced that, but he's never gotten over it. My brother was the first coach in Dayton Public Schools to accuse me of recruiting. I say emphatically, I have never, ever recruited a kid. However, our nephew, who we had joint custody of back in the day, lived in his house. And my brother had to go to work and needed one of us to enroll Edmund Robinson in school. So I enrolled him in school. I enrolled him at Rolfe, where I was coaching. He didn't say which school to put him in, so I put him at Rolfe. And there has been some issues ever since. We're okay until you mention Edmund Robinson. Wow. Describe how it feels to coach with so many family members, including my nephews and my son, brothers, and play cousins. It's a tremendous feeling. I mean, I think I'm a little bit more emotional about it than my twin, because I take everything to heart, even the criticism. My nephew is now the head coach. He's like a son to me. And so I help to coach him and watch his growth. Coaching my son and working with my son, again, that's hard to talk about in a sense without getting a little emotional, but I'm not gonna get emotional. There's no crying in football. Coaching with my son oh man, I'm lost for words. It's emotional because I've been bringing my son to football practice since he was 2 years old. I would have brought him a little earlier than that, but he's allergic to grass. But he often tells people that he has been coaching for 30 some odd years, and he's just 30 some odd years old himself. But he includes the years that he has been by his father's side. And I can remember the first time he wanted to call a play, he was 6 years old. And he begged to call a play. He practiced on this play at home. And then when it's time for him to call a play at the Rolfe middle school game, he stuttered for so long I had to go on and call a play. He said, "Yeah, that's the play I wanted." But that's a tremendous feeling.